easy. Hold. Unfortunately, I lied. This is like this. Air is on. 3, 2. Put the mix together. Acetylene gas.
हे गाइस, कैसे हो आप सब? आई होप आप सब ठीक ठाक होंगे, अच्छे होंगे। तो आज का वेदर है बहुत ब्यूटीफुल, ना ठंडी है ना गर्मी है और सनी डे है। तो सोचा कहीं ना कहीं तो चलते हैं, क्योंकि अब कुछ ही दिनों के बाद स्टार्ट होंगे हार्श वेदर यानी कि विंटर। तो कनाडा में आपको पता है कि विंटर किस तरह का होता है। तो सोचा कहीं ना कहीं चलते हैं। तो हमने सिलेक्ट किया एक स्पॉट जो है यहाँ से वैंकूवर से 50 किलोमीटर दूर, जिसका नाम है ब्रिटानिया माइन म्यूज़ियम। और ये म्यूज़ियम जाने के लिए जो हाईवे हम यूज़ करने वाले हैं वो दुनिया का ब्यूटीफुल हाईवे है। इसका नाम है C2 स्काई हाईवे। अब ये हाईवे दुनिया का ब्यूटीफुल हाईवे इसलिए माना जाता है क्योंकि इसकी एक तरफ है बड़े से माउंटेन, ब्यूटीफुल माउंटेन, और दूसरी तरफ है नीला समुंदर। और ये दोनों चीज़ आपके एंड तक आपका साथ देने वाले हैं। तो एक फिल्मी सीन क्रिएट होने वाला है, जैसे आप फिल्मों में देखते हो ना, एक तरफ माउंटेन है, दूसरी तरफ समुंदर है और बीच में से रास्ता निकलता है, ब्यूटीफुल हाईवे। अब ये स्पॉट हमने इसलिए सिलेक्ट किया है कि ये बहुत ही पुरानी माइन है और ब्रिटिश समय की माइन है। वहाँ यहाँ से बहुत सारा कॉपर, गोल्ड, सिल्वर, बहुत कुछ उन लोगों ने निकाला हुआ है। अब ये 1974 से ये म्यूज़ियम में कन्वर्ट हो गई है। तो यहाँ पे आपको कुछ डॉलर की टिकट है वो परचेज़ करनी है। उसके बाद आपको अंदर वो माइन में ले जाते हैं, किस तरह से वो लोग पहले माइन से सब निकालते थे उसका लाइव डेमो करके आपको दिखाते हैं। उसके बाद है बूम शो जो 4D है, वो भी है कि बहुत अच्छा है और नॉलेजेबल शो है बच्चों के लिए, बड़ों के लिए, सबके लिए। तो इसीलिए हमने ये ट्रिप सिलेक्ट करी है। और दूसरा है कि वहाँ पे जब हम स्टार्टिंग में जाएंगे तो वहाँ पे हम गोल्ड पैनिंग भी कर सकते हैं, अपने हाथ से गोल्ड छान के ढूंढ सकते हैं। तो ये एक एडवेंचर स्पॉट है, कह सकते हैं ऐसा। तो इसीलिए हमने ये स्पॉट सिलेक्ट किया है। तो सोचा चलिए आपको भी साथ में ले चलते हैं। ठीक है दोस्तों, तो चलिए वीडियो को फटाफट से स्टार्ट करते हैं और चलते हैं हमारी आज की ट्रिप पर।
एक्चुअली वाइफ और डॉटर दोनों जाके बैठ गए कार में और मुझे वीडियो शूट करना था, तो मैं देर हो गई और हम गाड़ी पार्क करते हैं गाइस बिल्डिंग के बैक साइड में। तो बैक साइड जाने के लिए पहले बेसमेंट आना पड़ता है और बेसमेंट से वापस ऊपर चढ़ के बैक साइड में जाना पड़ता है। तो अभी मैं जा रहा हूँ बैक साइड में, जल्दी जाना पड़ेगा वरना डांट पड़ने वाली है आज। वो लोग कब से वेट कर रहे हैं और मैं ऊपर वीडियो बना रहा था। तो ये रही हमारी नई कार जो मैंने लास्ट वीडियो में आपको बताई थी, हम लेने गए थे, किस तरह से हमने ली है, वो पूरा एक्सपीरियंस आपके साथ शेयर किया था मैंने। तो अब चलते हैं कार के अंदर। डॉटर हमेशा लॉक कर देती है कार। रेडी, लाओ सीट बेल्ट। ओके आयत रेडी, तेरे गूगल्स आ गए ना? ओके। तो गाइस अब हम निकल चुके हैं वैंकूवर से और आगे है मशहूर C2 स्काई हाईवे। और ये हाईवे जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया पहाड़ों और समुंदर के बीच से निकलता है। तो दुनिया की सबसे ब्यूटीफुल डाइव्स मानी जाती है। तो चलिए आपको दिखाते हैं C2 स्काई हाईवे।
In 200 meters, turn right onto McGill Street.
सो गाइस अब स्टार्ट होता है सी टू स्काई हाईवे। देखिए यहाँ के ब्यूटीफुल सिनेरियोज। और एक बात आपसे और शेयर करनी थी कि मुझे यहाँ के हाईवे पे ड्राइव करना इसलिए अच्छा लगता है कि यहाँ पे जो स्पीड लिमिट होती है उसी स्पीड लिमिट में आपको आपकी कार चलानी है। देखिए आप लेफ़्ट साइड पे आपको 80 की स्पीड दिखी, तो अब मुझे मेरी कार 80 की स्पीड पे ही ड्राइव करनी है। मैं उससे कम 2-3 स्पीड कम कर सकता हूँ या ज़्यादा कर सकता हूँ, मगर और कम नहीं, यानी कि आप 60 पे नहीं चला सकते हो, ना आप 100 पे चला सकते हो। ठीक है, तो ये रूल्स जो है ना वो बहुत अच्छे रूल्स है। स्पेशली हमारे इंडिया के लिए ये रूल्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। एक्चुअली देखिए आप, अभी मैं ये ड्राइव कर रहा हूँ ना हाईवे पे, अब मैं मेरी कार यहाँ साइड में पार्क नहीं कर सकता हूँ। चाहे मुझे वॉशरूम जाना है, चाहे मुझे ये जो भी सिनेरियो है उसके सेल्फी लेनी है, पिक्चर लेने हैं, कुछ भी करना है, मैं मेरी कार हाईवे में साइड में पार्क नहीं कर सकता हूँ। ठीक है, तो ये सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा रूल्स है, मगर ये रूल्स हमें हमारे इंडिया में भी फॉलो करने चाहिए, क्योंकि इससे क्या होता है ना, ट्रैफिक कम होता है, इससे क्या होता है हम एक्सीडेंट से बच सकते हैं। तो इस तरह के रूल्स होने ही चाहिए। तो फॉरेन कंट्रीज़ में ड्राइव करने का फ़ायदा हाईवे पे यही है कि आप अपनी स्पीड पे ही ड्राइव करते हो, सब लोग एक ही स्पीड पे ड्राइव करते हैं, तो किसी को लेट नहीं होता, कोई ट्रैफिक जैम नहीं होते हैं ट्रैफिक जाम तो उसके कोई रीज़न से होते हैं, मगर कोई आगे कोई कार धीरे चला रहा है उसके ऊपर कभी भी यहाँ पे ट्रैफिक जैम नहीं होते। तो ये सबसे अच्छी बात है यहाँ की हाईवे पे ड्राइव करने के लिए। तो ये बात आपसे शेयर करनी थी गाइस। तो मुझे यहाँ के जो हाईवे है उस पर ड्राइव करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है। एक्चुअली रूल्स हर जगह पे होते हैं, मगर हम पब्लिक फॉलो नहीं कर रही है। तो मैं सभी से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि आप जिस भी कंट्री में रह रहे हो, ट्रैफिक रूल्स को फॉलो करिए प्लीज़। ओके, तो अब हम पहुंच गए हैं ब्रिटानिया माइन म्यूजियम, और ये है कुछ अट्रैक्शंस। ओके गाइस, तो अब सामने देखिए आपको माउंटेन पे एक वाइट बिल्डिंग दिख रही है, वही है ब्रिटानिया माइन म्यूजियम। वहाँ पे होता है बूम शो। और ये है यहाँ की गिफ्ट शॉप। चलिए देखते हैं अंदर जाके। सो गाइस, यहाँ से हम लेने वाले हैं एक सोवेनियर, और हम जहाँ जाते हैं वहाँ से एक सोवेनियर ज़रूर लेते हैं, क्योंकि वो होती है हमारी ट्रिप की यादें। तो कुछ ले ना ले, सोवेनियर ज़रूर से लेते हैं। तो यहाँ से हम लेंगे एक सोवेनियर, बाकी देखते हैं क्या अच्छा लगता है। अब जाते हैं गेस्ट सर्विस में, क्योंकि यहाँ से हमको लेनी है टिकट्स। ओके गाइस, तो टिकट ले ली है और वहाँ से हमको मिला है ये मैप और बोला है 4:20 को हमको पहुँचना है ट्रेन स्टेशन पे, जहाँ से हमको माइन में ले जाएंगे। थैंक यू। सो गाइस, जैसे हमने एंटर किया तो वहाँ पे फर्स्ट अट्रैक्शन था गोल्ड पैनिंग और यहाँ से आपको ढूंढना है गोल्ड। सामने आपको जो भी लोग दिख रहे हैं ना गोल्ड ढूंढते हुए, वो सारे टूरिस्ट नहीं है गाइस। कुछ लोग ऐसे भी हैं जो डेली यहाँ पे गोल्ड ढूंढने के लिए आते हैं। और एक बात मैंने सीखी कि गोल्ड ढूंढने के लिए पेशेंस चाहिए, ट्रिक चाहिए और टेक्निक चाहिए, और हमारे पास तीनों में से एक भी नहीं थी। तो हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि कुछ मिल जाए, कुछ मिला भी मगर पता नहीं वो क्या है। मगर कुछ लोग मैंने ऐसे भी देखे गाइस यहाँ पे जो पूरी बैग भर के 3-3, 4-4 बैग भर के गोल्ड और कुछ अदर स्टोन वगैरह ढूंढ के गए हैं। मैंने देखी भी सही उनकी बैग में। तो ये लोग डेली आते हैं और डेली टिकट भी कुछ अलग से होती है। तो और पानी बहुत ठंडा है गाइस, मगर इसके लिए पेशेंस और ट्रिक बहुत ज़रूरी है जो हमारे पास नहीं है। फिर भी हमने काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है, दिखाते हैं आपको लास्ट कुछ तो मिला है। यस, मेहनत रंग लाई गाइस, कुछ तो मिला है। देखिए, पता नहीं क्या है। वो बड़ी क्या?
Ako tuh tiap bilang ya mas turun mama tegawe lah cuy itch ya. Terus turun mana tegawe lah.
आए प्लास्टिक की बैग लेके आओ।
I found gold. Easter. You like them? Look closely. This is gold. This is cement. This is
And this is gold.
Give me that gold. It's mine.
Let's go. And see how big it is. हाँ, पता ही समझ इस तरह। इंडिया?
India mana? India betul.
आज खड़ी हो जा। या व्हील के पास। वो दिखाओ, ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे नहीं बेबी, ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे नहीं करना है। बड़ी ये उठाई और फेंकी, ये रखी हॉल ट्रक के वाइस को। आज खड़ी हो जा। हाँ, देखो हम यहाँ से आए, फिर हमने यहाँ पे गोल्ड पैनिंग की, फिर ये हमने ट्रक देखा और यहाँ से होते हुए हम अभी यहाँ पे है। फिर हम जाएंगे ट्रेन की तरफ।
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running.
See, I ये ट्रेन में आए थे, ये ऐसी ट्रेन में बैठ के ये लोग जाते थे माइन में, ये इनको माइन में ले जाए ट्रेन। देखिए लोग बैठे सामने, देख देखिए लोग जाते हैं माइन में, देख ना चला जाए। पर ये रियल
The
है।
company is shutting down the operation at midnight tonight, claiming that dwindling reserves and a poor copper market has made it uneconomic to continue. The decision was made in the United States at the head office of Anaconda. The people who will feel the effects the most are these Canadians, some who have spent their entire lives at Britannia Beach.
I don't like it, period. All the years I spent in here, and then we didn't run off these colors like that. Something I don't like. Well, it's 10 years, 10 years, 9 years, you figure it out.
देख ऐसी ट्रेन, हम ऐसी ट्रेन में जाएंगे अभी, ठीक है। देखिए जा रहे, दिख चांद भी से पहुंची जाओ जब जो ऐसे स्टोन मिले आए थे, ऐसे स्टोन मिलते हैं, देख इतने बड़े बड़े भी मिल सकती है, अच्छे ढूंढना पड़ेगा, इतने बड़े बड़े स्टोन भी मिल सकते हैं।
यहाँ पे कितना है मशीन?
ये एम्बुलेंस कार है, देख किसी को लग जाए ना माइन के अंदर तो इसको ये एम्बुलेंस में लेके आते थे, ये एम्बुलेंस इसको सुला दे और ये एम्बुलेंस ऊपर आवे फिर।
कितने लोग मर गए?
बहुत सारे। ये एक्सप्लोसिव कार है जिसमें एक्सप्लोजन ले जाते थे फोड़ने के लिए नीचे, वहां जाके ब्लास्ट करे तो निकले ना आगे। रास्ता कैसे बने? ब्लास्ट करे तो रास्ता बने। देखा ऐसा हुआ है। इसमें नहीं जाने वाला, ये तो मूवी है।
इसी ट्रेन में ना ले जाए हमको।
It's time to go.
Welcome back, eh? So something new you guys would be interested in. See that church across from us here? It dates to 1905, as does that tunnel. That's 120 years old.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's safe. It's all good. Now I'm gonna run some bits of machines down in the tunnel while we're down there. Plug your ears when I say so. You'll be grand. I will not surprise you. I will tell you very good and for a good thing. Ruby? Yeah. Good. All right. In that case, what we're gonna do? Any questions before we start? No. All right. See? Well, do you feel that? Like the breeze? It's about 12 to 14 degrees centigrade. I don't think that is in Fahrenheit. Sorry. I'm a terrible Canadian. Anyways, don't worry. It's actually quite refreshing. I'm sure we're all roasting in the sun over there. Speaking of, are you all enjoying the sun? Yeah. Too bad you're going to mine shaft now. Welcome to time we're going to do, we're going to get off on my side. On the right, careful as you do. The cars are quite tall off the ground, and they will shift as you get off.
ये substrain.
That's it. There's like 240 kilometers of tunnel down here. Now you're going to see a small sample of it. That's what the drill is for. That's what the muck machine on the corner is for. More on that later on, obviously. And at the exit over there is a whistle. I will tell you before I do a thing, once again, no surprises. Can I just see everyone put their fingers in their ears as practice? Just, you're not trapped down here. You can leave at any point you like. Just raise your command, let me know. You can head up the exit there. We can pick up our way down the hill into the third mill. Yeah? All right, in that case, welcome underneath the traditional ancestral and unceded territories of the Squamish Nation here in a mine shaft of a copper mine. I know it's not gold, but if you want to see some gold, in that case, take out your flashlights, look at the rocks right here in front of you. I know y'all. What do you see? Gold. Unfortunately, you're lying. This is cool.
Yeah,
But it's good news.
gold.
What you're seeing is the copper ore. This is called chalcopyrite. Sounded super fancy, super not. Chalco means copper, pyrite is fool's gold. Copper, fool's gold, bang. But look closely at it. There's not that much copper in each rock, right? Only a small fraction of it. 100 is what we're after. Tons of rock every day to make the whole thing worthwhile.
7,000 tons every
So
day.
what does that mean for you? It means get busy. Look at that wall. Look at all those holes. They're everywhere. You take the sharp end goes in the rocks like so, you take your hammer, and you don't miss.
Uh-oh, Papa.
Turn. Alright, it's done nothing. Awesome, sweet. This is actually good news in a way. These were terrible at their job. What that means, it took 8 hours to do the job that was needed, which means only 2 shifts in a day. This might sound weird, but even though these drills right here are so much more expensive, because it works so much quicker, you can get more rock, and therefore it's actually better for the mine, as soon as they can afford them, because they can do 3 shifts in a day. Awesome. That's why in 1905, after a couple years of the mine working with these, after we got a big, nice boatload of money, first off, we built mill 1, where you're all just standing. There's a way to walk up those stairs. Sorry. We also dug up the very tunnel you're standing in, using the first air-powered drills here at Britannia. Not this one. This one cost too much. That one. Dust. This seems like a question out of left field. I promise you it's relevant. Who has been to the dentist for a cavity? And when they run the drill into your tooth, what do they run besides the drill? Water and suction. Both are here for the same reason. At the dentist, you don't want to let the dust in your tooth go into your lungs, because if it does, it's horrible news. There's so many small fine particles in this rock here, it was sold to make concrete. Imagine breathing a sidewalk in. The problem with that, no water, it's a dry drill. Dust goes in the air, it goes in you. Mine's response, x-rays. Scan your lungs. Know how sick you got? Get too sick? Gone. Welcome to mining camps before the unions. Now the good news, eventually it's replaced. 2 decades of the Widowmaker, before finally we got drills that might even recognize from a modern mine. And the solution is that simple, just add water. This connection right here pumps water through the end of the drill bit. That's why there's a hole right there. Water spouts out, it grabs the dust, turns the dust into mud, and throws mud on you for 5 hours. Great. Now there's another change between this and the Widowmaker that I think is awesome. The tubes on the backs of these drills, they're second pistons. The only job is to force the drill into the rock. All you gotta do, turn that valve and bam, throws itself. Sweet. It's also the reason that this is 200 pounds lighter than the Widowmaker, because it's easier to use. Now that being said, there was something that failed to change, though they did try. Look at the holes again. No rhyme, no reason, different angle, different depth, random width, random placement. Reason for that, we're not in a mining tunnel. This was a service tunnel for trades. That was a bomb shelter in the Second World War, and after that, it's where they trained all the newbies how to use these things. And where they experimented with ways to make these things quiet. They were desperate. And now I'm going to make you all desperate. Plug your ears, everyone. Here we go. Plug your ears. Here we go. All right. Are we all good? Yeah. Here. Like this, air is on. 3, 2, 1. Now it's fine.
उसमें एक्सप्लोसिव डाले ये लोग.
What? Huh? Say something? Can't hear a thing, gone deaf. That was nothing. That wasn't touching rock. Not nearly as loud, and also, I'm not giving you silicosis. I apologize for giving you full experience. Now the thing is, each one of these drills will be 120, 130 decibels for 5 hours apiece. They get no hearing protection, and their hands are on the drills. That sounds like a bunch of random nonsense, but let me put it like this. 80 decibels for 15 minutes will damage your ears for the rest of your life. Okay, good news. Drillers are on the train, they're gone. Next crew comes in, they work 1 hour. Doing what? What are the holes for? Dynamite, explosives, the boomsticks, the fun stuff. Who's seen Wile E. Coyote? You actually know how this works, not even joking. What you do, you put dynamite in the end of the holes, then you put a cap in the cord. A cap in the end of dynamite, you put the cord into that cap, the other end of that cord goes into a box with a plunger on it. When you put the plunger down, what you're doing, you're generating electric charge that goes through the cord to the cap, which blows it up, and nozzles up the dynamite in a way you control from a safe distance. Safe distance means you're around the corner with 600 pounds of dynamite. So you take that box, you go over there, you put the plunger down, and hear nothing. Dead silence. So now what? What do you do? What? Yeah. You worry. You got to go back. Someone is going to check every last stick, every last cap, every cord, every connection. They have to understand what went wrong and try again. If they can't persuade that box to work, no worries. Bring up the matches. One match will do it. A whole lot. Look around you. You're inside the chamber of a cannon right now. And you're the cannonball. So be careful. We are going to pretend everything is A-OK, kaboom. Let's just hop on the train, and now they're gone. This is when the ship changes over. That way there can be a whole hour where no one's in here breathing all the dust in. And then the next crew comes in on the train. You all came in on the train. What are you doing? Picking everything up. There's your rock. Pick it up. Pick up your rocks. Pick them up.
बहुत नहीं होता.
Let's get Chuck in it. 7,000 tons in a day.
7,000.
Don't worry. You don't got to worry about all that. You only got to worry about 20 tons each. You have a shovel and 1 hour. Welcome to Britannia Mine. Let's all go see how it's done. Follow me. It's right down there at the end on the left. How's that one go? You know you can see one of these things outside the Wendy's in Squamish? I don't know why it's there, but you can. Thing is, where am I standing right now? On the track. I don't get a choice. Turns out, blowing up a mountain is kind of an expensive thing to do. That's why the tunnels are only as wide as they have to be. 2 meters, that's it. On one side is the trough to capture all the water coming in. So I stand here, nice and flat against the rock, as that thing goes by me. And if I'm not nice and flat against the rock, that thing will make sure of it. And adding to everything I've talked about so far, another complication. I share the tunnel with machines, I share it with the drills, I share it with the train. I don't share with these lights though. We're putting explosives right over there. So we have to rely on something else. Something lightweight, portable, easy to use, and cheap. I'm going to turn the lights out. You all good? Yep. Sweet. Here we go. Uh-oh. No, come on. Don't drop a dollar store, okay? There we go. Get to work. Hey, why long faces? You get a candle holder. Be grateful. Some minds didn't bother. Some minds wanted you to grab the mud beneath your feet and put this thing on your hat. And I mean hat, not helmet. Basically think of a baseball cap. At least here, you can use this hook it onto a cart, drill a hole in the wall, spike goes in the hole, good boy spike. Awesome. Your hand's free. Just swing a hammer at your hand for like 8 hours. When you're done, the blasters come in goes a dynamite, in goes a cap, in goes a cord. Cord goes over there to a box. Pass several candles. What did I say if that box does not work? What can you use as backup? Match, candle, same thing. And of course it is just a candle. You have these at home, and I'm certain you walked by one just a little too quickly. Out it goes. I have just dropped my wooden matches into the water. What should I not even attempt to do? Don't try to leave. How can you tell where you're going to walk? Like say down an elevator shaft. You might learn it when you're halfway down, right? So sit still, wait for a crew to come and rescue you, sit down and enjoy your lunch. Why not? You're not getting paid, you didn't work. Now the good news. We had a better light source come in here around the late 20s, early 30s, and note the asterisk, the word better. Who has done that really cool thing where you take potassium or sodium and throw it in water? Yeah, what happens? Boom. It explodes. Boom. Cross your fingers, won't get that result, but a similar result. What I'm going to do, hear the rattling? That is a chemical. It's called calcium carbide. It's in the bottom of this device here. Now, you might see a disc right here. That is the front of it. There's a nozzle in the middle. And the back of the disc is a reservoir where I put water in. And there's a valve attached. I put water in the top. It drops from the top into the bottom on top of the carbide. And the result, when they mix together, acetylene gas. I got fire from water. Am I not cool? Lightweight, compact, easy to use, and look how bright it is. In fact, look at that. This is one of these things. Imagine if we all had one. So you put this thing on the front of your helmet like that. It is literally a headlamp. Nifty, eh? This thing is a flame attached to your forehead. When you put dynamite into a hole. You see where this is going?
Yeah.
There were problems. And unfortunately, not to this mine, but other mines. Also considered coal mines. Coal dust plus flame equals boom. Now, because of issues like this mine went on a campaign to replace all open flames. Carbide lamps, candles, the lot, with flashlights. In the 50s. So what battery is cheap enough to be used in the mine in the 50s? Big ones. This is a 6.5 pound lead acid battery. Basically a car battery. A long copper rubber cable runs from your head up your back to your forehead, and the lead it provides is no better than the lamps they replaced. Alright, who's ready to see another reason people kept quitting? Cool! That was really enthusiastic. We're gonna go see the sun. Close. This way. See the sun on Monday, happiest man.
हंसेगा कुछ
Sweet. Alright, we're all outside, we're all okay, we're all alive. What that means, I'm going to blow this whistle once. It's actually good news. Like I said earlier, this still falls under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Mining because it is still a mine. We're abandoned. We have to follow signs like this. We do in fact have a mine manager and a site manager and shift bosses and this weird tag in, tag out system. We have to do all of it. But one thing we get to do, we get to use that whistle. They can't stop us. Once it's all fine, 3 times is panic. Are we all good? Yeah. Then plug your ears. Here we go. And believe.
Where do they come up with these technical terms? Although it appears empty today, the crushing level was once filled with large machines. The first was called a jaw crusher, which is pretty much how it sounds. It's a set of jaws like a giant nutcracker. It breaks the larger bits of rock down into smaller pieces, about the size of a softball. All the ore was then sent to rock went into large rotating drums, filled with either steel rods or balls like this one. It's always heavier than I remember. The balls tumbled around inside the drums and smashed the rock into even smaller pieces. From there, we go to secondary grinding. Now mixed with water, the ore was washed into more ball mills. And as you can see, there were a lot of them. The ore was then eventually ground down to the consistency of fine sand and water. But now all the different mineral grains in that muddy slurry had to be sorted out. And pine oil. The fourth stage dewatering happened right over there. The froth was piped into large wooden thickening tanks where this time the copper minerals settled to the bottom. This muddy mixture would then be piped into vats where the water was sucked out through canvas filters, leaving a sort of mineral cake behind called copper concentrate. But not the sort of cake you want to put a candle in because this is how it looked. This is what was sent to the smelters to be refined into pure copper metal. Day and night must have been strangely comforting. Because if they heard those booming sounds, they knew the economy was booming. The mine was producing, and there'd be a paycheck to support their families. Of course, here inside the mill, it was a very different story. It was sometimes so noisy that the workers could barely hear themselves think. I wish there was some way of showing you just how really loud it was in here. Wait, stay with me. I'm gonna try something here. That can't be good. So, skip. Skip is a other things going on here. For one, they were always repairing equipment or installing something new to improve the concentration process. Sometimes a particularly stubborn boulder would get caught in one of the receiving bins, and now for the job. How about we just keep that last part between us, okay? Sean each night over how sound. For the community that had always been there to serve the mine,